boot fans, welcome on in. Right here today, we've got 4 boots from Asics. They're all part of the same lineup. It's the DS Lite X Fly. This is the second edition release right here in the K-letter. This is the second edition release in the synthetic. I brought the originals out with them so we could take a look at them side by side to do a quick comparison on what has changed. For the most part, the boots are very similar, so there's not going to be a great deal going on. But I want to give you a breakdown on what's on offer in case you were looking to check out a pair. First thing we'll do is we'll take a look at the K-letter version. You might be familiar with this boot right here. It's the one I reviewed on the website, sockcleats101.com. Loved everything about these boots, from the leather down to the sole play and the stud configuration and what they have on offer. Very classy boot. What Asics have done with the second range right here is they've altered the forefoot design. It's still a K-letter, but rather than having this unusual centerpiece that divided the upper construction, they now have more of a standard, I would say, Tiempo-esque style design, where it's got that rounded stitching and it's right through the forefoot. That is the primary difference between these boots. There's not a great deal else that Asics has messed with. They know that this boot right here is a very successful release, so they didn't want to modify too much. They just made that simple alteration. Maybe they did some market research and they found that that was something that fans wanted. Personally, I love this design and everything this boot had on offer. Let's just take a look at the K-letter version real quick so you can see what is on offer. It's got that large heel counter, offers plenty of support. That low cut heel as well. Inside, it's got the suede lining. It's very effective in play, grabs your sock, keeps you locked in. Something that I really enjoyed about the boots. And then that sole play. And as I said, the low profile stud configuration on this allows for use on AG and FG surfaces, so I can switch between different playing conditions. It's got that spine in place to add some extra support. It is a flexible boot right from the onset. I have worn these once or twice. You can probably tell that they're a little bit broken in. But everything about them is pretty classy and very simple. But I like what they have on offer in play. So this is the K-letter version. As I said, you know, it's personal preference on whether you prefer the original or second version. From my angle, I definitely preferred the original. The one thing about these that is, again, is slightly different because of that forefoot design is the girth. So you get a little bit extra girth, a little bit extra width. Might provide a little bit extra room for players that need a wider fit. And that's worth keeping in mind compared to the original, which sat kind of lower across the forefoot. So there's the K-letter version. Let's check out the synthetic. This is the original synthetic that I wore. And the biggest difference, again, sits in that center line that divides the upper construction. There was a little bit more texture on the original. You can kind of feel it underneath your fingers. On the current version, it does have that kind of like lined construction as well, but it doesn't have as much texture as the original version. The material, the synthetic material, is very soft. It has a very natural feel to it, almost like a faux leather, which is nice. And then the construction is pretty much similar to the K-letter version. The only thing that's different is the inner lining has a synthetic rather than a suede, so that is a little bit different. But everything else, from the heel counter down to the stud configuration, is again pretty much the same. There's a little bit of flex in them. I haven't worn this pair yet, so this is kind of your opportunity to look at how they flex right out of the box. I'm going to be reviewing the K-letter version and the synthetic version on the website, and I'll do a little bit more further comparison when that is posted. Both pairs of boots are currently available on soccer.com. I'll leave a link down in the description in case you want to go and check them out and pick up a pair. Appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoyed this video. And here you have it again. This is the synthetic version, and this is the K-letter version of the Asics DS Lite X Fly. Until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching this brief summary.